Hello everybody, happy Monday. We are here with Kate's Gardens Chicken and Cat Ramblings and checking in on the girls and the one boy hanging out and doing their thing. I changed the roost around a little bit. I was noticing they were when they climbed up at an angle, they kind of slid down the pallet, so they got their fan on them because heat index is well over 100 today. I'll set them again, but I'm clean off that lens. Anywho, there, back in the corner, is Miss Neve. They found a dust bathing spot. There's Luna, the red-headed Kiva. In front of her is the other silver lace flying dot, Una, and the gray one towards farthest away is Bronwyn. They've spilt food there, so of course, food's always tastier when it is on the ground. So, yeah, I'm going to eventually hang that. Today was just too hot. I had doctor's appointments. And hi there. Hi, Neve. I see you in your dust bathing spot. Hello there, Laddie Roo. I'm like, we're hot. It's so hot. I had a tub, which they had a little pool in, but they'd already pooped in, so I dumped that out. They got fresh water this morning, which after I came back from the doctor's office, I dumped it out, refilled it, and added ice, which they love. And Paul argues that we need to get a coop separate from this run. We're eventually going to cut a hole, probably over there, sort of by where that pot of mint is over there on the far side, right there. And we're going to put some chicken fencing up so they can free range around the yard and around the edges of the garden. But I wanted this kennel moved an extra couple feet to my right, which is towards the back of the property, because this end on my left gets too much direct sun in the evening, late afternoon. I was fussing with Paul. He didn't want to move it anymore, but it needs to move a couple feet the other direction a little bit. I'm going to put another 75-90% shade cloth over this 5-foot end down here. It kind of gives them a darker spot at night to roost, and it will keep the direct sun off them. Around noon, I'm coming in and I'm lifting up the bottom of their shade cloth when the sun is no longer coming out of the east, so that they can see out and run around. And what are you doing there? Oh, you're digging a hole. So I found something green under there, and I want my own dust bath area. But the only reason I put a little straw down was because there wasn't a lot of grass and it was pretty wet, damp ground. But what I'm really thinking I want to do is we'll move this another couple feet that direction. I need to start cannibalizing that old temporary run. And towards this end, I might, before fall at least, buy a coop that holds 6 to 8 chickens, just a coop, no run, and have its little chicken door enter into the coop, kind of just this side of that bale of straw. So I don't have to go into a tent, grab eggs or anything like that, or clean it, but they can come out of the coop into this run, and then when we want to allow them to forage in the yard, we can open the little door over here so they can run out in the yard, they can run under here for safety, and they can get in their coop, which will be right here. So I think that's what I'm planning to do. I really wanted to build up this end, this 5x5 end, as their coop, but I don't want to always have to go in and walk through all their poop and stuff to get to nesting boxes. And with the 5x5 being walled, so to speak, if I put nesting boxes where I can reach them, it's going to cut down on their space. So, and Paul's just like, I don't want you to build. I think he doesn't want me to use all his power tools. But so I think I may just order one that can set towards this end. That way I can go in here to clean and move things around, beautify it, hang some flower plants, that kind of stuff. We'll go ahead and keep it covered with a tin roof so that they don't have to get into their little small coop and be cooped up in there in the heat to get out of the rain. They can come in this run, be out of the rain, but still be outside, and then they can roam the yard. Chaos is out here now, but from this end of the coop, I've decided we'll just, for now, we'll run it to the edge of the garden. We'll block off the garden so they can't get in it and give them a good, I don't know, 40 by 40 square to just run around and nibble all the crap they want. Come fall, depending on how I do the fall garden, when this stuff is starting to wind down and come to its end, I will let them, scavenge around in the garden. Oh, this little loner green bean plants making green beans. The other day I found a huge okra. Of course, it's burgundy like the stalk, so I hadn't seen it growing at all. I mean, I didn't even see it as a baby or its flower, so I felt really shocked when I did find it because it was huge, unedible huge. So this morning when I came out, I was very careful to look where there are little okras and say, okay, I can cut those off tomorrow. I'm anxious to see how tasty these are. I'm sure it's just going to taste like regular okra, but I picked a slew of green beans this morning and gave them all to my other neighbor and took a bunch of zucchini and a bunch of the Armenian cucumbers over there because, of course, like I had said, they were going to start all just producing at once. And they did, and people are shocked when they see them. They're like, oh my god, this is huge. And so I'm cutting them at 2 inches across and up to 2 feet long. This one's only about an inch and probably about 13 inches long. They are tasty. Making sure we don't let any of them get too big. I did find a couple. Oh my god, I just found a third one. I can't believe I missed it this morning. Giant pickling cucumbers. The ones I found this morning were very, very yellow. This one I could probably still cut up, but once it's little, it gets the yellow end. I just won't touch them. And I've got more than enough to make cucumber pickles. So back in here where rabbits and other little critters like to live, I've been throwing 2 large of vegetables. And somehow, as much as I had hoped that the yellow zucchini would be unable to hide, I found one. Well, I saw it last night and I wasn't about to, it was starting to rain and I wasn't about to mess with it. But it was huge. What Paul calls cow food. It was cow feed size, and oh my god, I can't believe I didn't see this one this morning. A little bit of light changes, and next thing you know, you got tons of cucumbers. I probably picked 5 or 6 good ones this morning. Gave them to my neighbor. This is the green magic broccoli that's supposed to not mind the heat. And the leaves look sad. Got a little bitty broccoli head. I'm gonna get like, one little cluster of broccoli, enough to taste. I don't know if I'm a big fan. I think I might have some seed left, and I might start some seedlings in the house for some fall broccoli. We'll see. Broccoli is not something that's expensive or hard to get out here. I mean, on the East Coast. I'm sure in some places, it's not as prevalent, but it's always quite affordable here. These girls are getting so big. Well, these girls and their one guy. You're still so pretty. Yeah, look how those fancy tail feathers he's getting, and his saddle feathers are coming in. And his hackle feathers are a lot longer, more pointed. He doesn't crow every day, though. The only mornings that but he's still bigger than everybody, but eventually the Brahmas are going to be bigger than him. So I'm hoping that he doesn't harass them for mating or anything like that, because they are going to be a lot bigger than him. If he does mate with the other Americana standing there, the gray one, I might let her try to have eggs, but I'm probably going to end up just grabbing them all before they ever develop anything. And the Wyandotte sisters, well, they're kind of like a Prissy Mean Girl Club, so I don't know if they're going to even let him get close. I'm sure he'll try, and they might, but we'll see. As long as he doesn't harass them too much or pull their feathers, and he's got the crooked beak, so he probably can't peck them too much, but keep waiting to see if he's starting to develop any spurs. I mean, I could get lucky, and maybe he's just that rare hen who is just really big and bossy and happens to say a crow. Yeah, I don't see that happening, but they're laying here under their fan. Bye, guys. Have some dinner. But yeah, so we'll see. I think I'll definitely get a couple more Americanas. There's a place nearby, well, it's in Maryland, but it's still fairly near, that I can grab a couple lavender Americanas if I want. And we'll see. I'm going to get a coop that's big enough for 6 to 8 chickens, but because the Brahmas are going to be pretty big, I don't, that coop will probably be the limit for these 6 because of the 2 big girls. But, I can always end up enclosing part of the end of this, like I had planned originally, once they're all out running around and foraging, that kind of stuff. But I wanted them to get used to this, and I still need to cannibalize a lot of the chicken wire from the temporary coop, and gather up all those T-posts and see what I can use to make. I'm just going to do a 4-foot high chicken wire fence, that I can, take down. I'm not going to make it go all the way to the ground, probably leave it about 1 inch or so from the ground, so that it's easy to, pull them up and wind it up if I need to, but it'll keep them from flying out. So once that's done, I'll sneak in one night and clip a wing on all of them, and we'll let them free range. They will be a full, date-wise, 3 months on Tuesday the 26th. But, the way you have an extra day here and there, they'll actually be 13 weeks. Yeah, they're getting so big and so grown up. All right, ladies, I'm really going now. Say bye. Yeah? Neve, you're much more sociable than Kiva. Yeah, she's a typical redhead. She kind of gets a little bit of attitude, doesn't she? Yeah. All right, girls. Yeah, last night they climbed up on top of here, which is not really a good spot to roost because it's really not wide enough. I need to put a 2x2 across there, but because eventually they will, but you have another one in there. All right. Bye, y'all. Have a great day.